traffic demands the presence of traffic officers at the peak periods. Primary duty of these officers is to facilitate the smooth flow of traffic. This means allowing many pedestrians and vehicles to use the streets in harmony without unnecessary delays or undesirable interruptions in movement. In the interest of public safety and as a means of regulating traffic movement, many parking signs, safety zones, and signals are installed. These engineering devices are by competent traffic engineers after careful studies, and if complied with, will aid the police in their work and traffic in its movement. Officers in parking and intersection control work regulate traffic at an intersection with the aid of mechanical devices to permit alternating traffic movements, thus minimizing the possibility of conflict and congestion. Other duties include spill regulations and furnishing information to the public. Officers' alertness and willingness to oblige in this respect is responsible to a large degree for the public's appraisal of this branch of the police service. All important intersections in this area are manned by competent, well-trained, neat-appearing officers. Whoops, well, almost all intersections. In an effort to better impress officers with the importance of proper personal appearance and intersection actions, one of our experienced control officers has volunteered to show the most prevalent faults contracted by men in this type of work. Meet Tommy. He's our traffic man at 9th and Hill. Let's watch Tommy work. Note the effortless ease with which he works his corner. As a matter of fact, he just ignores it. The guy's a walking library. What a frontman for a police department. And it's guys like this who leave the greatest impression on the public. Old friends, new friends. You meet them all on the friendly corner spot where Tommy works. This guy loves policemen. He used to work traffic in Upper Sandusky and talks by the hour with any policeman that will listen. Some traffic control. It's a good thing those signals are working. What's this? Tommy's going to work? Hey, that's dangerous. Get out of the way of those cars. If you signal them to come on through, you better get out of their way. Those arm signals look like a windmill. On every corner, there are some things that will bear watching. No, Tommy, be careful. Your wife may be shopping today. There's that "where's the Sarge" look. It must be time for a smoke. Notice how cleverly he does this. By carefully palming the cigarette and walking up and down like a pedestrian, he's barely noticed by more than 100 people. This takes practice, studying the manual with all that noise on the corner. Tommy hasn't picked a winner in 2 weeks, so he's taking to the turf manual for some hot tips. It's pretty close to lunch now. Tommy's getting hungry and mad. You fathead. Tommy, watch your blood pressure. That's dangerous on a hot day. Get a load of this. A stranger doesn't know where the Federal Building is. He'll find out where a phone book is. How do you like that? Hey, Tommy, look now. Your corner's all balled up. Guy can't take his mind off business for a second. But don't worry about Tommy. He'll get this straightened out. This calls for some strategy. I thought so. Out with a no right. no left, too. He'll have things fixed all right. Those guys will be driving around the block for hours trying to get to work. Now things are looking better. It's about time for a quick snack. That was a lot of work. Yes, sir, there he goes, heading for the coffee shop. One thing about Tommy, he's the thorough type. Goes all out on these signs. There comes another no right. That should really fix things up. Check this caution. That's sergeant's nerves. Comes from drinking too much coffee on duty. Let's take a look at the adjacent corners. Tommy's buddies are really busy. All their traffic, and now his too. The indiscreet placing of control signs has caused vehicles to try turns here. The result? Traffic jammed up for blocks. Now let's see how it should be done. An alert, well-trained officer has his hands full at all times in regulating a busy downtown intersection. Signals should be given in a precise, clear-cut manner in accordance with the standard system as prescribed in your traffic manual. These arm signals should always be used. Never shout orders when working your corner. In this particular situation, the officer is working an especially busy two-phase flow with a merging right turn, which automatically dictates his position in the intersection. Pedestrians and the particular traffic pattern will vary during the day, thus necessitating a change in the officer's position from time to time, even at the same intersection. Your position is important because you must act quickly to keep traffic moving. Don't permit pedestrians and autos to jockey back and forth in a Gaston and Alphonse act. Get one or the other through in a hurry. This is what we call flow regulation, and it's important. Remember, step in fast, make a decision, and carry it out. Cut off pedestrians and shoot cars through, thus eliminating a long line of traffic which will block up adjacent corners. The quality of your regulation will be quickly noticed and appreciated by many thousands of citizens. You must be prepared to answer every type of question. Locations, buildings, streets, stores, and every streetcar run in L.A. When your answer will take time, escort the pedestrian to the curb where you can converse in safety. This is where you can sell your department 100% to the public. Your strict attention to all points in your intersection will develop the speed with which this officer detects and assists cars in their desired moves. The constant shifting and moving required may tire the inexperienced man. But this simple exercise of flexing the feet, calf, and thigh muscles will prove resting as well as allowing the proper posture at all times. Short, sharp, intermittent blasts of the whistle should be used to attract attention and to prevent violations. This is most valuable in preventing the inattentive, dreaming jaywalker from walking into the path of moving cars. Efficient regulation of traffic demands that a proper system of manual signals be employed to convey directions and orders to both drivers and pedestrians. Men assigned to the Parking and Intersection Control Division are given an opportunity to see actual intersection work being carried on by experienced officers. They are required to study various intersections and diagnose particular problems offered by varied traffic flow, pedestrians, or turning movements. this work demands the finest men obtainable physically as well as mentally. These officers are the department's representatives. They are constantly in the public view, and their actions predicate much of the public favor or disfavor as to the police system in Los Angeles.